Happy New Year, happy 2016. Wow, it's New Year. It's New Year, time for more glam and glitz. Well, glitz and glam, not glam and glitz. So anyway, I wanted to do a new look for you guys using green. I hardly use green in my looks. I don't know why. I really love it, but yeah, I don't know why I don't do it. So if you want to know how I did this look, then you know what you gotta do. So as always, I'm starting out with my Urban Decay Original Primer Potion, and I applied that all over my lid, in my crease, on my brow bone, and underneath my lower lash line. Then next I'm going to use my Studio Fix Face Powder in NC45, and I will be applying that with a taper blending brush by Sugarpill. And first I'm going to apply it in my crease and then blend it up towards my brow bone. This is going to give me an even canvas to work on, and it's going to help me blend out my other eyeshadows. And I'm mostly using windshield wiper motions to blend everything out. The eyeshadow I'm going to use now is called Beauty Mark, and it's by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I will be applying that with a eyeshadow brush by Sugarpill Cosmetics. And all I'm doing is just softly distributing that color all over my lid using stippling and windshield wiper motions. So yeah, after I've applied that all over my lid, I'm going to use a pencil brush actually by Inglot and apply that right underneath my lower lash line, and then also of course connecting it with my eyelid. And then the next eyeshadow I'm going to use is called Morroco, and it's again by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I will be applying that with a 217 blending brush by M.A.C. And you guessed it, I'm gonna apply that all over my crease. Again, using windshield wiper motions to blend everything out softly. Once I've applied it in my crease, I'm also going to apply it right underneath my lower lash line and mixing it together like I did in my crease with that Beauty Mark eyeshadow I applied before. So once I've done that, I'm going to take a little bit of Beauty Mark again and apply it in my crease just to blend everything out and nicely together with a taper blending brush by Morphe. Next, I will be using a pigment by Sugarpill, and this one is called Junebug, and I'm gonna apply it with a small eyeshadow brush by Royal Langnickel, but I wet that brush with a little bit of water so the pigment will show up more. As you can see right here, I'm applying that pigment right in the center of my lid, creating a little highlight or spotlight, if you will. And to get the most color payoff, I'm mostly tapping on the product instead of swiping it on. Next, I'm going to use the Melt Cosmetics Dark Matter eyeshadow, and I will be applying that with a M.A.C 286 brush. And all I'm doing is softly applying that on the outer part of my eye and then swipe it into my crease, just to give my eye a little bit of definition. And then again with a little bit of Morroco eyeshadow, blend everything together, just so there aren't any harsh lines. Next up, I'm going to use Puro Amore Autograph Pencil by Kat Von D and line my lower waterline with it. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to apply my false lashes off camera. Don't worry, I have a separate video listed below in the information box on how I do that. But for the false lashes here, I have no idea what brand they are. I'm so sorry. But anyway, let's move on to the face. So I already washed my face. Now I'm going to use my favorite moisturizer, which is the Formula 10.0.6 Seriously Shine Free Mattifying Oil Free Moisturizer. I know, it's a mouthful. And apply that all over my face. So for my first foundation, I'm going to use the Max Factor Miracle Match Foundation Blur and Nourish in the shade Tawny, and apply that all over my face using a kabuki brush by Nancy. I know this looks extremely weird and too yellow, but in combination with my other foundation, this is going to be my skin tone. I have a really weird skin tone. I have olive shades in my skin tone. I have yellow shades in my skin tone, so undertones I mean. So yeah, you know, I know this looks super weird, but trust me, with this foundation, which is the full coverage foundation by M.A.C in NC45, it's gonna look normal. So I'm applying that mostly in the center of my face using a damp beauty blender. So like I said before, I'm just applying that mostly on the center of my face, so on my chin, Cupid's bow, my nose, underneath my eyes, and right on the center of my forehead, leaving that previous foundation more on the perimeter of my face. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to use my Lock It Tattoo Foundation in the shade Medium 57 and apply that right underneath my eyes and on the bridge of my nose and on my chin to highlight. I love an extreme highlight, but of course you can also just go maybe 1 or 2 shades lighter than your own skin tone. Once I've applied it, I'm going to use again a damp beauty blender to blend everything out nicely. Also, I love using full coverage foundations, but by any means you can use whatever foundation you have. You don't have to mimic me, this is just a personal preference. Okay, so time to set this mess. I'm going to use a matte translucent face powder, and this is by Essence, and I'm gonna apply that literally all over my face. So I'm just starting out under my eyes with a smaller powder puff, and then, you know, do everything in the center of my face. And then for the larger areas, I'm going to use a big powder puff and apply that again all over my face, but all over the bigger areas. I like to do this because my skin is oily as hell, and this just works for me. Trust me, it's not going to leave my face extremely white. Don't worry about it. This is also the main reason why I don't need any setting sprays, because when I do this, it's set for the day. So now that I let that powder sit for about 5 minutes, I'm gonna brush it all away in combination with my Studio Fix face powder in NC45 and a angled kabuki brush again by Nancy. So I'm stippling on my face powder, and at the same time I'm getting rid of that white hue, or not white hue, but a little bit of that powder that was still on my face. Actually a lot of that powder, but you get what I mean, right? I just love using this combination because at the same time I'm getting rid of that transparent powder, and I'm also applying a little bit more coverage with my Studio Fix foundation. To make my skin a little bit warmer, I'm going to use a Mineralize Skin Finish by MAC, or Mineralize Skin Finish Natural, and this one is called Deep Dark, and with a powder brush by Morphe, I'm going to apply that on the perimeter of my face. Just like I would do when I contour, only not as strong, if you get what I mean. So now it's time to contour and get some more definition in my face. I'm going to use my trusty sleek contour kit, and I'm going to use the darkest shade and a angled contour brush by Nancy and just apply my contour. Don't just mimic me, remember that, because it may not suit your face. Just contour and highlight suited to your face. I just had to say that again, you know, because, well, you get it. Then for my highlight, I'm going to use my MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Whisper of Guilt and apply that on the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose. As always, I gotta have that beacon of light. And before I forget, I'm using a Royal Langnickel concealer brush to apply my highlight. Next up, I'm going to use my Sweet as Cocoa powder blush by MAC Cosmetics, and I'm gonna apply that with another powder brush by Morphe and just, you know, apply that on the apples of my cheeks first and then blend it up. Oh, these brushes are so soft. Oh, I love it. And then finally for my lips, I'm going to use Film Noir lipstick by MAC, and yeah, just apply that on my lips. It's that simple. I do want to add that I always like to take my time when I do my lipstick and my brows, because those puppies need a lot of time and a lot of care. But anyway, yeah, I'm pretty much finished. All I need to do is put on my wig and some nice clothes and I'm done. So that was it for the look. I really hope you enjoyed it, as always. Let me know if you want a review for the foundation that I used, so the base foundation that I used in this video. Leave that also below in the comment section. So as always, if you want to follow me on my social media pages, then just type in Makeup by Namaisa on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I still have lots of videos to film for you guys and make it up to you, but yeah, anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and until my next video. Bye guys!